Wade and I were having a little fun out in a country music festival out in Kentucky. I was in my feelings, thought I could race a 20-year-old bouncer for $50 outside of the bars. Made it about 10 yards, tore a quad, and pulled a hammy. On camera, in front of hundreds of people.
Oh, that's amazing.
I've got 5 trees. We only use one.
This was a last minute
Every other
decision.
year, my wife wants a new tree. So
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
Right?
I think you're underestimating Armalis's 4 scoops of pre-workout before he enters this court. He's definitely doing it.
He never works out, just takes the workout, the pre-workout.
When we were in Orlando, I was making coffee, and this is like 8 o'clock in the morning, like 7:30 in the morning. I'm making a cup of coffee, and eyes barely open. Everybody's getting up, getting ready to go to RoofCon. And Armalis comes in there, and I'm like, "You want the coffee?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I'm okay." He goes, he scoops a massive scoop of pre-workout, and then like a half scoop after that with some water, shakes it up, and just drinks it. I'm like, "The fuck is wrong with you, dude?" Like,
Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
You are now tuned in to the best roofing podcast in the world.
The Roof Trollz. Here we go, yeah.
welcome to Roof Trollz.
hey.
Yeah. So I have Dante here with me, Dalia, and Jim. Dante, Dalia, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Oh, now we're...
Ladies first. Come on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm these guys' ex-boss who's moved on to bigger and better things. Owner of Core Exteriors, the Roof CoLab in the Illinois Roofing Institute.
Known for being the most humble guy in the industry, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
I
much.
must agree with you. I don't think I've ever dropped Dante's name and somebody's like, "Oh, that guy." No, it's always like, "Oh, no way. You work with Dante." My name is Dalia, and I am a co-founder with Dante and for the Roof CoLab, Illinois Roofing Institute. And I just started with Core Exteriors.
Nice. Hey, there we go.
Awesome.
There we go. So we got Core's got a new addition, and then Dante's got this fierce mustache.
What do you think about it?
If you're not watching right now and you're listening, just understand what I'm saying. It's like
It's good.
it's got me excited. I'll be honest, it's got me excited.
Would you buy?
What? I would buy anything you're selling.
Well,
Anything.
mission accomplished.
Yeah. I'd buy hair products from you. And I'm bald. Like, that's how good of a salesman you should be right now. Core better go 30, 40 million in the next month.
Listen, we're at the end of the year. How was your year?
Ours was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
You're gonna finish somewhere around 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it was decent.
Very good. With second year business, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
many guys do you have?
So we have
we're down.
we're about 15 right now, sales reps.
Yeah, we shaved it down a little
A
bit.
little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Core needed a tax write-off, so
Yeah,
I'm just in the background.
4 guys, 16 mil.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, 1,000 square feet this, 1,000 square feet that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't do the big
squares.
ones. Not yet.
Yeah.
We'll be there soon though.
Yeah. I've
We'll
always
be
had a
there soon.
question. I've watched a couple of these episodes. What are you listening to?
So I listen to you guys, so it's actually better when
No, I
you're
mean
doing this.
in your headphones.
No, I'm listening to
yeah.
you guys. It's actually better this way for me. So I hear you guys more clear. It just sounds better. It's just a much better. And then I can also gauge what I sound like when I'm talking to you guys. So then if I'm starting to get away from the mic too much, or if I'm starting to do, trail off or anything like that, I can pick it up and then I can adjust to it.
Yeah.
Well, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly, we were back in the day, we were on a Zoom chat and Cortez was wearing the headphones and
Yeah.
you made a comment. What'd you say?
I said it looked like radio.
So you
Yeah.
said it.
Oh, dude, 100%. I laugh at it too, but whatever. It's good for the eye too, because it seems something so stupid. But when people watch it, like they're into that. Like I'm into podcasts, but it's better when you're watching them. Like you have the Tim Dillon ones where he's got the metal microphone sitting on the desk type thing. That's what I would picture you in. Dante would be in front of one of those with that mustache, like one of the Jay Leno like microphones, like one of those powerful ones. Like that's all it is power coming from
He
that
looks
direction.
like he can handle a powerful one.
Oh, yeah. Looks like he delivers a powerful one with that mustache. Yeah, but I like the ones like Bert Kreischer and them use on their shows. They have these stands in front of them. Obviously, I'm not paying $3,000 for a microphone, but they have the stands in front of them and they look awesome. So I think it's like it just brings more to the podcast when you're watching it. People want to watch it because of the setup.
Gotcha. I always
Well,
thought it was like white noise to stop you from rocking.
Oh, yeah, no, but that's not a bad idea though. That is not a bad idea
You
at all.
said you
actually.
didn't want to spend $3,000. I heard you got some really good rebates right now,
Yeah,
but you
so-
bought a Christmas tree.
I was. we didn't spend $1,400 on a Christmas
Was this
tree.
it? Is this the
No,
one?
but
All
it
the
looks.
rebates?
Hey, it looks like it was $1,400 decorated.
Debatable.
Suzanne did that, but
It's a nice tree.
yeah, it is a nice tree. National over in the other office, they got a nice tree too. The same one, but they're going to do a
Buy
different,
one, get one.
different color thing. Well, hey, man,
More
got
rebates.
Got rebates like that. No,
Wait,
so
you got to
we
see
went
the
to-
company card with these guys.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my God.
stop it. I don't spend anything on a company card. We had $1,400 in rebates. I went to Menards yesterday with Suzanne and Angelo, and we loaded up. We got these cool elves, got all this stuff. But the idea
For the trolls.
you guys saw where the original podcasts are shot. So the idea now is that it's Christmas time. So why not hook it all up, put some fire back there? Dude, check out that. The blow mold. I'm showing them right now if you're not watching. The blow mold, old school Frosty. I was obsessed with that as a kid. I think that's the coolest thing ever. And they're bringing those back. Those, like, if you're into Christmas decorations or anything like that, like the blow molds that we grew up with as kids, that's like retro now. It's all coming back. So those are like, they're reselling them. And I just thought it was cool to have. And then I made a point to put that on this podcast. Like, it had to be there.
I mean, we didn't really Christmas much growing up. So like now the tree, like your tree is really nice. You should see mine. It looks like,
Oh, that's because of
bad.
Suzanne. No, mine
So-
would be, if that was, come on.
If you're
I'd have
talking
like
about
a Grinch
antiques,
one, like tilted over. Plus, I would want to get a real one. I always talk about that until I actually have to take care of a real one, because I would just let that
You don't
motherfucker
want to do
die.
that, man.
But, yeah.
it's a lot of work. I mean, you can, come on.
No, I'm admitting.
Podcast, Romans, and a tree.
Yeah, it's a lot. ignore my daughter, the 3 dogs, my fiance, my house, all my
Oh,
responsibilities.
man.
But yeah, that tree is what would set me back. Like, that would keep me up at night for sure, no doubt about it. But oh man, I hear that they're messy, but dude, imagine the smell, because we buy candles.
That's true.
Like, I love candles, and I like the Christmas tree ones. Imagine the smell that comes off like a real one. Like, I didn't.
I'm sure it would help the environment here.
You think so?
I mean,
Crickets. Nobody.
Maybe is Core offering to donate one? I mean, you guys are doing so well.
we can get you a nice Christmas tree.
I hope so. Yeah,
I think you guys
I
deserve
think that
it.
tree's amazing, but the conference room could use one.
Yeah.
Be a nice little core. You wrap it in core like it's one of those trees on like a boulevard that all the businesses set up, and you just put it in there. We'll use it. Take pictures in
I
front
love
of it.
it. I'm actually pumped for you guys in this office.
Thank you.
This is
You meant-
super cool.
Yeah, you mentioned your wife and your kids, but the first thing of that tree, you thought of bringing it to the office instead of taking it home.
Well,
for
I
your
got
kids.
stop yourself. Now, I got an awesome tree at home. We have one of those, like, just like this, the snow frosted ones. I forget what it's called, but we have that. But I have the pre-lit ones. It's like 7.5 feet tall, but it has all these different modes on it. So like it like twinkles and like chase lights or blinks, and then it goes from like solid white to multicolor, everything. And it's the one it literally sells out. We were there at Menards yesterday. We tried to grab it, and it sold out completely. 2 years before I got it, it was sold out completely. Like, I'm in the decorations between Halloween and Christmas. I spend thousands because, like, it's just, I like to do the whole yard, the whole shebang, do the whole house. There's like a gate of lights out in the front yard. We were featured in like Northwest Indiana, things like houses to drive by and stuff. Like, I take pride in doing all that in the front yard. It's cool. Just that part. I don't mow my own lawn or anything. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But just setting up the inflatables and the lights and stuff like that is huge. And people come by and they like that shit. Like, kids are always like stopping by, taking pictures. The parents are always like, oh yeah, we have to bring them by all the time. We love what you guys do and stuff. I'm like, that's awesome. So now that stuff's here. It's just, my yard's full of inflatables. So like, now that stuff's here, I'm like, oh, thank God. No more inflatables. Like, we put up like the cool blow molds, and they last forever. Forever.
One tree?
We used to do 3, but yeah, 1 tree. Well, Aria has a little one in her room that'll be set up. It's like a little pink one that she does.
Yeah.
But we just have one in the living room now. I have a 7.5 foot tall Krampus, like an animatronic of him. And I used to pull that out when my nieces come over, and they would like get their gifts from him. But now I'm getting a lot of shit from Amanda. She doesn't want a 7.5 foot Krampus in our living room, which kind of makes sense. So maybe I want to move it into the conference room for this month. But it's a big ass thing to haul in here for 1 month.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got 5 trees. We only use 1.
This was a last minute
Every other
decision.
year, My wife wants a new tree. So
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, dude, she better be ecstatic. Why don't you give us the good news?
Well, here, look, we live in a 1,000 square foot ranch.
Well, now you got to justify it, so you know it's leading up to something.
I gotta tell the story. 1,000 square foot. I've been living there almost 20 years. My mother-in-law moved in like a decade ago. Her entire household is in my garage. So my wife likes to buy stuff. My kids like to buy stuff. Yeah, my mother-in-law, she's awesome. I get to have a great relationship with her. So. But, every other year, my wife wants to buy a new tree. One's too big, one's too small, one's this, lights this way. All kinds. My daughter has the Charlie Brown tree. So she has that in the room. So, but yeah, we now we have them in storage. So we made an offer on a house and we're moving. So we're going to be closing in a couple months.
Now, you guys are both Illinois people, right? Why don't you go ahead and tell them where you're moving?
Oh, I'm moving to Shorewood, Illinois. So I'm going from a 1,000 square foot ranch, and the house is 3,800 square feet.
Look at that, man.
And then the
Rebates out the
basement.
wazoo you guys got.
Now, you downplate now. Hang on. Shout out Menards.
The basement is like 1,800 square feet. It's unfinished, but it's a nice property. It's
Okay,
like half
so
acre.
see what he did there? It's 3,800 square foot house.
Yes.
With an 1,800 square foot basement.
So I'm guessing that you got the bigger property to store all these trees that you're buying.
Yes. And the 100 totes that are in storage right now. Oh my God. So, I mean, we're doing well here. My family deserves it. I hustle and I want everybody to breathe the next, 10 years. And yeah, so it's a nice house. So I'm excited. Family's excited.
Outside of one of the owners, he's the highest paid person here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and no, I'm proud of him for it, 100%. But I'm still going to give you shit about it.
I know. You guys kill me.
And he didn't learn from my mistakes. Like I have a 4,000 square foot house, and I hate it. It's too much to clean. It's too much to keep up with. It was a bad decision. I can own that now. It was a bad decision. You don't need 4 bathrooms. I have 3 dogs, I did need room for that. So like I could justify that a little bit. I have 1 kid. It was a dumb decision. You are going 1,800 over that. Like you are going to be.
I've got 5 adults.
It's never going to be clean. It's never going to be clean.
He has 5 adults and he's the only provider.
No,
He needs more space.
No, my wife.
Believe me, I get the wanting to be the man thing. Like I get it 100%, and that's awesome. Like, and I'm proud that you are the man now. Like that's great. Running director of sales and all that stuff. Like it's awesome.
Are you guys hiring?
Sure, come on board.
Because Core isn't paying that well.
Like I go through Menards, you got to get these rebates. It's the only way we're doing things. You guys think like I said when you got here, you think we got cash? No, dude.
Well, if he's in sales, what are you doing?
It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Promoting Menards.
So I do marketing. So like I was telling you guys, everything that's on social media right now, I do. I believe in the creativity. I don't want to be every other roofing company. Like I want people when they see our videos to be like, oh wow, all right, yeah, that's definitely Romans. I shouldn't even have to put Romans logo on there for people to understand it. There's nobody out there, doing the things that we're doing right now. So it's awesome.
I couldn't agree with you more. I did see one of your, I don't know whose page I seen it on, but the Eagle Man commercial.
Yeah, that was David with that mask on.
Amazing. I reference the Eagle Man from time to time, and depending on how old you are, a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying. And I was like, oh, well, that was dumb. Then I feel dumb about it. But when I seen it and I was like, oh my God, Romans made me laugh.
Yeah.
I'm going to call them for my roof.
Well, good. That's exactly what I want. But we don't, I haven't done that. So that's one thing that we have not done yet is ask for business, really. Like you're not going to see, unless the storm comes we had 3.5 inch in Michigan City. Of course, we put up some
You
ads.
recently had 3.5 inch.
Yeah.
I only know 2 inches.
It didn't come from him in that stash, so I know that thing's 9 easy. But we had 3.5 that came into Michigan City, and it did some damage on these houses. So we put out some ads for the free inspections and stuff like that. But normally we don't ever, it's no clickbait. I just want to educate people, and I want them to realize how much fun we're having, because social media can be powerful for recruiting purposes, not just doing more business, because you're going to get that anyway, but showing people how much fun we're having over here, and then the lives that are changing along the way with the people that work here. Because it's night and day. Some of these guys, Matt Lyon was the top guy this year. Guy bought a house. He got his license.
Love that.
Yeah. He's driving around now. Crazy. Pavey's been over a year sober. Just a
cool.
completely different breed
Congrats.
now.
Yeah.
Eddie came in here. He was running a pizza business. He sold that, came here full time. He almost won Salesman of the Year. Like he was right behind Matt Lyons. So like he finished second in his first year, like 1.2 or 1.3 million. We have a couple guys that are going to be going over the $1 million marks here very soon. So like it's just, man, everybody's making good money and just doing. It's weird. We were all in one spot together.
This is very true.
Yeah, and now. And I've talked about this too on the podcast before multiple times. Now, every single person, I mean, every one of them that left that hold that we had on us, they're all excelling, dude. Like all of them. JJ, TJ, you guys, BJ, Jeremy. I don't talk to Rick Vining that much in Minnesota here and there, but I can only imagine they're doing well. Everybody who left that thing, you know, Flores pulled out of there. Mike Flores, you know, like everybody who like left and is doing their thing right now, they're all like doing different things, you know, Blair, Andy, whatever. We brought them up earlier. So like all these guys, and just to think about if they would have just
No, you also got to remember that it's
given the opportunity, man, how much power was in that house though? Even when we went Marco,
But look, let's look
all
at
those
basketball,
guys, like,
for example, right? There's only one ball, right? And you
No.
can't have 5 superstars on the team. And so,
Great reference.
you know, it's a little difficult to coach 19,000 all-stars compared to if we all go on our own team. Of course, we're all going to drop 40. You know, we're the main players on our team. You know, you look at the Clippers, you know, for example, or somebody like that. It's like there's only one ball, man. So only one person can score.
See,
Somebody's got to rebound.
yeah.
Somebody's got to do the assist. You can't have, you know, 5 LeBron James on a basketball team. It
Well,
just
you need to
doesn't
me,
happen.
as
keep the original dream team.
that's what I'm saying.
The
As a
head
real
coach.
leader, then you have to
Mike-
get somebody that can handle
Yeah.
that. That's what you need to do, is you need to spend your money on somebody who can handle that. You know, I give a lot of respect to you, and I brought this up with Wade too, and I brought this up multiple times actually when I talk to people.
You had Wade on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have any film left?
They did have to
Do we got
stop
to wrap
and
this
reload
one
the
up?
cameras, no doubt
Are we
about
almost
it.
done?
But no, I gave you a lot of credit when you were appointed my boss. I remember the phone call when you reached out to me, and both of us were kind of like, oh, whatever, you know, this is what it is. And then you were just like, yeah, dude, just keep running your team, and you know, we'll talk about stuff along the way. And it was just like, you didn't try to be my boss. Like
Sure.
you understood there was production coming, it was going to come. So it was just a matter of how we, you know, you helped me to relay my information a little bit better sometimes to the guys, because you were like that defending wall. So like I learned quickly that I should be that now when I'm on my own, is like a defending wall for these guys. So like I let them bitch to me like you used to do. And then I take out of the bits and pieces that are actually the problem. And then I try to go to upper management with them. Like, hey, this is what this guy said. Even though it was an hour and a half of him saying it, this is what he really meant. And, you know, this is where we want to go for. So like, I give you credit for that. Like, I thought that was like a cool move that like brought us closer. But yes, Wade was on this show, and he brought up some, before we get on the Wade, because we can talk about Wade for days.
Wade can talk about Wade for days.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. But he did drop some knowledge. He gave me a book to read, and it was good. Unreasonable Hospitality.
Did he actually read it?
He never
Or-
read it.
Yeah.
Well,
He's lying.
Or did
He didn't have
did
time.
chat summarize it?
Yeah, Chad summarized the book, and then he's like, "Great read, just finished it. Get to work."
It's possible that happened too, but I want to believe. I want to believe in him that he read that book. So
We all do.
Yeah. He recommended it, and it was good. But
Dr. Seuss, the guy started that when I was 5. So
oh man, there's so many Dr. Seuss books too.
I thought there was more to that. It took me a while.
So
We love you,
CoLab,
Wade.
it's in English.
yeah, CoLab was brought up to us by Wade, and you mentioned that you did CoLab. So like, I know we're not gonna dive into all the details, because I know you guys are working on some really big things. But in a nutshell, what can you guys tell us about CoLab?
They just gave me this shirt. Yeah, it's not my size, as you guys can tell.
No, CoLab is a collaboration. Oh, probably picked that up. Of a bunch of guys in the roofing industry who all specialize in a specific trade or service, just kind of coming together just like this, hanging out, having fun, and then putting together some learning training courses, master classes on their specialty. So yeah, it's been fun. We get to work with, it's the two of us, Wade's on there, Ty Adams, Tony Flatham, Cody Klein, and that list keeps growing and growing. And so we're just, everybody in the roofing industry who has their special niche is putting together a little master course to be able to share with people and, you know, help get the knowledge out there, make everyone a little bit better.
Nice. I noticed in those listed names you didn't have me, but when marketing comes up, hey, I'm your guy.
Mark, you don't
But,
want a specialty in aluminum siding or, you know,
Menards.
You guys got to
Menards rebates.
You got we're not going to let you guys in on the rebate game, but yeah, no, let me know. I'd love to be part of that. A lot of those people actually are going to be on here. So Tony and Ty, they've already agreed to that. I think we're going to be with them in Utah for a little bit. We were there in Orlando with them. Love both those guys, but yeah, they're going to be on here. I got to reach out to Cody. We talk occasionally. He's doing big things too. The whole commercial thing.
My
like,
gosh.
I love his branding and like what he's doing out there. He just had that retreat. That's dope. Yeah, he's doing like a lot of good things too. So
So
probably
the
gonna
hard
have him
thing
on there.
is, and I'm gonna share with you something that I've not shared with you yet before. One, it's cool to see everybody off doing things, being super creative, using their imagination and making things come to life. And I love watching you guys do it as well. But it's one of those things where we're always working on things, but we don't want to share it because we know that as we share new things, then you guys are just going to try to one up us. So we intentionally hold back on things because we know that you're going to go, oh, these guys did that. So now we're going to come back and we're going to do this. Like it's a friendship, but it's also a fun rivalry. So watching you guys and everything that you're doing motivates us to then be like, hey, like these guys are doing X, Y, and Z. Now we've got to do this. And so now we're trying to hold back. And then once we're launched, so to kind of give ourselves a head start, because we do feel you guys are, it's obviously a fun loving friendship, but it's still a rivalry at the same time. And that's what makes it fun and creative. But we do look at you guys as rivals and opponents. And if we share too much information, we don't want to give you guys a head start on what we're doing next.
I can see where that would normally be a thing, but I can assure you right now that I have no interest in doing anything as far as training or providing that training out there for people. My individual goals, hopefully put me on a stage. I'd like to speak to people about door to door and kind of put a more realistic reality into it. Like this whole trying to make it something it's not isn't cool. I mean, pure hustle and common sense will rise you in this industry faster than anything else does. There's plenty of talented people that don't do shit yearly. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of them. We have them all over. I believe you can train somebody to do this. I believe this can be taught, including sales. It's talking and stuff like that. You can teach people how to do those things. So there's just a lot of misinformation that shouldn't be going on out there. And there's a lot of people that the spotlight's on them that shouldn't have it. So hopefully I'll be able to break into that. So that's my goal. Like that's my personal goal. But for a business wise, man, dude, you just give me the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. That's all I'm really looking for. It's not crazy.
Indiana,
like
Indiana.
The only things honestly, I put everything out there because like they say, what is it, 2% or 1% of people that actually listen to what you're doing will actually try to apply it anyway.
That's
so fuck
true.
it. I have to throw it all out there and let them go ahead and do it. If I'm the first ones in it, or if I'm the one doing it, and you want to jump into that and do it with me, then that only makes me want to do it more.
Sure.
Like that only makes me want to be better. And the way I look at it right now, that's why we haven't really fucked around with Illinois too much, because Illinois is so saturated. And I hate using that term because I know people are real salesmen wouldn't say saturated. No, it is saturated. And no one is marketing out here in Northwest Indiana.
Yeah.
No one. And they think they are. A couple of them think they are, and they're not doing anything. This year one was just branding. This is all just getting Romans out there and all that stuff. Like I'll tell people about it. Next year is going to be a ridiculous year for marketing for us. Like our face is going to be in places you don't expect it to be in. Like it's going to be there, and it's going to constantly just be shoving Romans into everybody's brains. Like that was the concept of this. Just keep doing it. And what's the best part about it is I'm never going to ask you for a dime. They're going to come to us anyway because we're the ones teaching them about the process. Like they're going to use us. So everything is free. I don't care. Pick my brain. Like I'll sit down with anybody on my podcast, competitor or not, and have a conversation with you about the industry right here, because I don't think that any of them are on my level anyway. I really don't. Like that's the way I have to view this, and that's the way I approach it. It's like you do, like for the competition thing. Like I think I'm so far ahead of everybody else, at least in this part of it, than anybody else's. So why would I not want to share it? I want to share it. I want everybody to know what I'm doing, because anything that can clean the image of our industry makes it better for every one of us. Like the more you guys execute on a high level, and the more Wade's company executes on a high level, and the more anybody's company does better, the more people that you guys obtain the licenses and become professional, that are actually being trained the proper way, the more Tony's and them, the $65 million empires and stuff, like the more the people doing it right, the easier my pathway is going to be. People are going to hear about this, and they're going to understand the insurance aspect of it. And I'm going to be here to guide them through that process in my area. I don't need to overstep boundaries. I need to dominate my market first. And I think a lot of people don't do that before they branch out. Let me get to where we're doing it, the way we want to, then you'll see us start moving around. But it's going to be a long time. We're just not. I think we have different goals.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say when we do launch that first course, I have the first buyer, Ashley. I met her here in the.
Yeah, she's always looking.
She said that she wants you guys
train.
to purchase it for you and all your team. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing business with
in all
Ashley.
honesty, we probably would purchase it anyway. If you want full disclosure, I believe and I think you guys can see this anyway. I believe in network and loyalty. So people who have never wronged me, they know already, like, my loyalty is usually my downfall or my strength. So like, I'm going to keep you in my corner if you've done right by me. That's just naturally who I am. But if you've snaked me, then I'll probably hate you forever. Like, again, that's just who I am. So like, I would purchase it anyway because you guys created it. Even if I didn't implement it, I would still purchase it because you did it. Like anything else. Like if you've helped Romans in some fashion, or me individually, or any one of my guys, and you're like family to us. So like it would be purchasing it anyway. Plus, how else am I going to know about the shit if I don't read it? So like, yeah, I would probably end up buying that anyway.
Like I told you guys earlier, the company card.
That's right.
He's got
Or we wait until the end of the year. Dude, Menards got us. Like you guys take gift cards, I'm sure.
Trident layers.
Everybody takes gift cards now. Yeah. The IRS called me like 2 weeks ago, and it was like $1,800 on Apple Google Pass, like Apple iTunes, and I just paid the IRS, $1,800 in Apple cards. Obviously, I'm joking, but I'm just saying. Everybody,
I didn't think that was a joke.
I was like, my God.
Wow.
No, I'm
I'm
just
using
saying,
my
like,
points wrong.
everybody takes gift cards. You guys will like those around the holidays. We'll get it
We'll take
somehow.
'em.
Yeah, we'll get it somehow.
Yeah, I remember using points to give everyone at our previous employer gift cards.
Gift cards are IOs.
Gift cards. I wasn't in charge.
Yeah, that's what they were. That's what they were.
We
Yeah.
got $50 for Amazon gift cards. You guys recall those?
I remember those. I was like, oh my, that's it? All my hustle, $80 a week?
I'm sorry. That's all I was authorized to buy you guys.
Yeah, ridiculous. But hey, you know what? I won the raffle there. I got a Bose wireless speaker.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, that was like $80 on
What'd you
Amazon
do
at
for
that
that
time.
win, though?
Oh,
Your team
man.
did about $8 million for that, right?
Well, yeah, they
That's
took
an
all the
expensive
rebates.
speaker.
So they did all that. So yeah, that was expensive. That was God, those guys sucked. Some of the things they did sucked, man. It just did. And there was good people there. It wasn't like it was all terrible people. And I'm open with people about it. I made good money. But there were some things that I just didn't agree with, in the philosophy of some things I didn't agree with. But my God, leading people, that was just like, oh, it was almost like a crash course in what not to do. That's like literally what it was. Like it was.
Well, now you've
It's-
learned and you get to do better and you get
100%.
Well, some of
100%.
those leaders are now doing their own, and they have tips on what not to do. And I was like, that's weird because you were in that position before, and you were
Well, that's how
telling
they
us
learn.
you were
You know
telling
how
us
they-
the complete opposite.
Yeah. There's no
episode's going in
failure.
the trash.
Yeah. There's no failures.
Christmas.
Only lessons. That's
Whoa, where'd that quote come
yeah,
from?
that's what I'm
I've
saying.
never heard that before.
There was a book that
That's
Wade
what I'm
gave
saying.
them.
Yeah, they were prepping. That's what they were doing. They were prepping books for themselves. They were going through the year and they're like, "Look, guys, we got to do this
Let's-
as backwards as we can to
Yes.
capitalize in the end about
Was that,
it."
Yeah.
was that an accent?
No. Okay.
I
No,
thought-
that was.
I
That was.
thought
It
I heard
almost
an
was.
accent,
It almost was, but it is not.
It was a little bit in somewhere. it
Yeah,
came
I
from-
wanted it it was in there. It
It was-
wanted to come out, but I was like, you know what? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. So people know. I mean, everybody knows. It is what it is. We didn't have the greatest departure, and it's unfortunate. There were some.
But we're here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were some
We're here.
friendships made along the way. So it wasn't all bad. I wish
There's a
some
lot of
things-
friendships, I think. I
yeah.
think
So many friendships,
I think
yeah.
it brought everyone everyone that left together, not working together. But I mean, if my phone rings and someone from that company calls, I always pick up, and it's always nice because we never talk about it. It's always like, "How have you been?" So I think it's nice.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. And there was some casualties in that. Like I said, like we had relationships that were affected by that didn't need to be affected by that. You know, there were some good people that were involved in that. You know, it wasn't just all bad people. You know, there was some good people in there. And it's unfortunate, like I said, like you build relationships with people over the course of years, because I was there 2.5 years. I mean, you guys were there much longer, but like you developed relationships with some people, and you know, unfortunately, some people end up not being what you thought they were, which is fine. That's just the way of life. But then some people that were, it's just like, man, can't really talk to you. You know, like I can't really communicate with you. And even then, like you said, sometimes we get those phone calls too. Like I've been reached out to by multiple people there that'll ask the same thing, you know, and then you're almost skeptical. It's sad. Like the feeling that comes over you, almost like you don't want to like let them know.
Like a battered woman, you don't want to say too much. You're just like, have you been? The first thing is like, why are you calling me? What do you really want to know?
Yeah, and that's what it is, dude. It's always an ulterior motive. Like it's always just like, you know, they don't give a shit how you're doing. It's more so like, what are you doing, and what can I get out of you that somebody else sent me to get out of you? You know, that's how I feel about it. At least sometimes you get a phone call from somebody who never really talked to you that much, and then they're asking you questions, you know, or the best ones, which we've only gotten a couple, and I can't air out names as much as I want to, but the best ones, in my opinion, are the ones that ask you for work after they were like the way they were, knowing the way they were, and then they come here and they want to work, and it's like, no, it's not going to happen. And we've had, I think, 3 of them that like tried to get in.
Any names you want to?
I can't.
I
can't. Off camera. Yeah, I'll show the messages and everything off camera. But no.
This is evidence.
On here, unfortunately, no.
Coming in with receipts.
Yeah. Even though, in my opinion, it doesn't count as it wouldn't count as slander or defamation anyway, because it's true, like it really happened, but I just don't want to get into that whole thing. It's not worth it. But there was 3 of them that tried to work here, and I just couldn't even believe that they even had the audacity to reach out. One of them in particular, I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, really? Like, are you kidding? And then I saw a couple of no, he didn't. No. I'll be honest about it too.
I missed that one.
No.
What did you say?
It would behooving of you to pay attention.
Oh,
yeah. No. He.
Well, I talked to him a month and a half ago, for a few minutes. So we were driving by.
Yeah, I was in a fantasy football league with him. I took over Colonel's team. And dude, he sucked at the draft, bro. You should have seen that team. That team was a disaster. He had a lot of good defensive players and nobody on offense. Like it was a terrible team. But I inherited that team. But yeah, we were in a league together for a little bit. The one you were just talking about, but no, not him. What I did enjoy, though, what I was saying off topic, was there was a demotion that recently took place that I can't get into the names of it, but I really liked it. When it happened, but it only happened for like 2 months. It did, dude. Normally you don't want to be that guy. Like I really am trying to be a better person. Like I really am trying to be a better person. So like, I got to get that resentment sometimes out of you, but every once in a while, dude, you're just like,
you did the right thing.
That happened really good.
A demotion is good. That means you got to work on yourself. You got to, look forward to like, what am I doing?
No, not for these guys. Not that. No.
What am I doing wrong? Because, we're used to getting a promotion and then getting fired.
Yes.
So, that's nice for a change, getting a demotion.
Yeah. Well, they have job security, I suppose. But yeah, it was 2 people in particular. And I used to come to you for one of those people a lot. Yeah. I used to have to go.
I don't like secrets. We don't like secrets.
I used to have to go and
listen.
We can switch it up.
You invest. You have different investments. Yeah, you invest in stocks and other things, or no? No. You have no other investments outside of Roof.
I do, but not in stocks.
You're not even in Dogecoin, Bitcoin, nothing like that.
No.
I own .00000.
That's everybody says that, but like I don't know, man. I save a lot, which is nice. Like I save
Christmas
a lot of money. Well, that's rebates, baby. But we own this building. I mean, I own this building, which is nice.
My wife I chose that stuff.
My analogy was going to go nowhere. So we can move on. It was dependent on you saying that you invested in you had multiple investments around the block. But
I immediately thought
topic,
of
that's fine.
Even he know it's not real money.
Oh, dude, that's such a good roast. Like, if it weren't for Tony Hinchcliffe, she would have done the best. But I think he had
still
the best.
was the best.
I think Tony was.
Sometimes I think about her when I'm driving home and I just laugh.
Yeah,
her jokes, and I was like, oh, she's good.
It was really funny. That was like a really funny roast. But those two people were moved to sales, something that they seem to know a lot about. And then within a month after that, they just left. Yeah, they're related. I mean, you guys know who I'm talking about. There's no way you don't.
I don't. I'm like,
you do.
You do.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a brother and sister combo.
Cortez and Leslie.
National adjusters. Shout out to National Adjusters, by the way.
Yes.
You guys need any supplementing or public adjuster help in Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Michigan. Hit those boys up. Tennessee. We're here for you.
And then
Well,
Mike come and see me
Nico's
after
with-
the podcast. He was like very serious when I walked over.
Nico's with who?
With
Oh,
Core
that's
now.
right. That's right. Nico's with Core.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
doing
you
very
guys
well.
branched out to Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it was actually cool. Not a shout out for us, but shout out to Nico and Josh. They were actually on the local Channel 6 News yesterday. They did a like you guys did the veteran initiative where you guys gave away a free veteran roof.
Yeah, where you guys copied our
I saw
idea.
that.
Yeah, I like that. dude.
I told you this is a
That's awesome.
competition, man. We got
here
it back and forth.
Now we got to one up it.
Yeah, well, we already
we
did.
got two.
We already did because they did one.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
you
did
did
one.
two.
All that money you guys did over there and did one for you. Yeah. So we did two
No,
for roofs.
We were on the local news.
Well, we
Paducah Live.
We fed the neighborhood and competitors humbly. We had a hot dog stand out there. Competitors were in the area. We let them,
Yes.
hey, come over here and get a dog. Come over here and eat. Take a break for a minute.
Yeah.
Legitimately, that's what we
Legitimate.
did. Like, and
Yes.
free.
Came with the truck.
No write-off tactics. No,
But we
no
were
nothing.
awesome. We were doing
We
the
used
same-
Ken dogs. Remember Ken Koval? Yeah.
I was going to say, well, we had just had a single family home kind of out in the middle yard. We weren't in a trailer park, so
Nice
we didn't
little-
have
nice little,
all the neighbors around. We were.
Oh, you're referring to the 3.5-inch Cloverdale storm. Yeah, how stupid of us to go pull $2 million out of there. What a bunch of idiots we were, man.
Also, you said Dante's super humble. He also this year he gave away free siding through Core.
Oh, you paid for it. you 100% paid for it.
I'm not paying for it. Core exteriors.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Well, Wade did promise me a roof for about I don't know, since the beginning of the year when he was at GAF, and
Didn't he promise everybody a roof?
he promises everybody.
He had the
a
credit
roof.
card for a little bit to do that.
oh,
I told him, like, come off of that, dude. He was wasn't he national? Was he national?
National.
He was national. Dude, he had they're printing money
Yeah,
over
but
there.
when you're swiping, that card for all your personal stuff, you don't have time to sponsor
I don't know,
a roof.
dude. I'm going to be honest
wrong
with
with
you.
you?
Ravens, you're gonna
That
have to delete
card,
this whole tape. We're gonna have to start over.
that card's deep. I'm gonna be honest. That card is deep. Like, yeah, there's no way. I don't even know if he could outswipe that card. That's those guys might as well be
He
running
resigned.
a casino.
They made him resign low key. They like, we got to work something out,
Was meant to be happy somewhere else.
and we took him in.
I like his new role though. Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It seems fun. It seems cool. I like that all of you guys cut me out, but like all of you guys are like doing. I like that you guys are all doing that thing together though. It's nice. Like Wade and Tony Ty, all you guys, like that's dope. It's cool to see. Like I said, I really enjoy that. Like
It's
watching
awesome.
people do that. Yeah.
It's awesome. Working with Wade is always fun. We didn't give him a credit card though. We've learned our lesson. He does not have a credit card. Every time he makes a purchase, he has to call me.
Yeah.
And he's like, can I? I was like, what is it? Send me an invoice.
He's quite the character. He's good. He's good for this though. I mean, he's like podcasts are like, dude, that's like his bread and butter. He belongs there.
Yeah,
He should have
When
one.
he said he was coming here, it was just like, I was like, oh, man, pig and shit. I don't know if I can use that reference, but I was like, Wade can go on for days. When he teaches, he loves it.
Yeah.
Because he just goes on. And sometimes, it's too much knowledge for what we're there for, depending on the class he's teaching. So I'm like, just tone it down because he can go on for days.
Yeah,
I mean,
we had
well,
to we had to cut him off on the podcast. Rebens was like
You guys-
flagging us down when it was 40 minutes, and flagged us down when it was an hour. Then it went like an hour and 20. I'm like, all right, we got to pull the plug, bro.
I watched it.
Yeah.
So you guys were ending it for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes. You're like, okay, but we got to wrap it up. And it was like, brr. I was like, no, he's never going to stop. You guys.
The part that sucks too about podcasts is like, so we have the analytics on it, and basically the attention after like 45 minutes just drops significantly, and it just continues to get down. But the problem with that is that real, like when you have guests on and you're talking with them, it takes almost 40 minutes to break that exterior down to where there's somebody like is comfortable, they're fluent, they're like in their groove, and then they're talking, and then you finally get to the points like you really want to be at. But by the time that hits, it's like, oh, it's cutoff time. So like it sucks. We have to slowly get into this, but eventually I'd like to go an hour and a half. 40 minutes right now. We're at the 40-minute mark. I'd like to go an hour and a half with some people. I have, when Deshaun comes on here, I'd like to, we'll Donald Trump and Rogan it, just kick out everybody else for the day and just have them, just spit it with me, man. Let's see how long it goes. It goes 2 hours. It goes 2 hours.
Love
Who's
Rogan.
your hit
so
list?
we are, hold on. I'm so sorry.
Mine?
Are we trying
I got
to
it.
break? Who are we trying to break here? Jim?
No,
For the- for-
I'm just saying in general, like when you have
I'm
somebody
just-
on there.
I know. I'm
Jim's
just
sleeping. Let him
throwing
sleep.
shots. Yeah, like wake
I
up,
told you
Jim.
guys what Jim was going to do before the podcast started. I said that. Yeah, that's.
Oh, I'm waiting for the LeBron debate and some
It's
basketball
coming.
talk.
It's coming.
And then I'll go silent.
I need an hour and a half, and I need all of you plus Armalis here, so it's an even fight. There's no way that 2-on-1 is fair because I would just destroy you.
You got to
guys,
bring
so-
Nico. You got to bring Nico with as well, because once we get into this LeBron debate and we're done with this, then you're going to bring your core team out. We're going to have a 5-on-5 basketball game.
Who's your 5?
Who's our 5?
Yeah, I want to hear these names. Who's the five
I
for
want to
Rogan?
hear the names of who the 5 are. I myself am curious. who the
He's going to
5
be
are.
marketing, so he can't play.
No.
Clearly.
Absolutely. We got Angelo in the background. Obviously, we got Angelo. There you got his
Angelo came
Jordan.
in here to show us his
got my
2003 Kyrie Irving Jay-Z's got on with his Mr. Rogers sweater. As a matter of fact, why don't you come out here
love
for a
that
second?
sweater, yeah.
Are those corduroys? God, I hope they are. No, those are just like some tan, some faded tan. No one's ever even seen that before. What is that? A navy blue Mr. Rogers sweater?
Right.
Here
Yeah.
at Romans, we love working together, and we love our team.
He just picked that sweater up yesterday off the rebates.
I picked these off on Amazon. My son tells me, he's like, "What kind of shoes are those?" I was like, "Amazon brand." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "Why not?"
One of
It's
our
funny.
sales reps buys $3 shoes. David Serrato. He
I'm
paid
lucky he's in clothes.
$3 for you. So true. So true. The joke
Take
got
the
brought up.
$3. It's fine.
The joke got brought up yesterday in the conference or 2 days ago about the fish picture. Do you remember that fish picture at all? If you don't, then don't worry about it. But dude, I gotta show you it.
Well, I will say my most expensive piece of clothing that I'm wearing is this shirt. These rush order tees. $200. I was like, wow, $100 a pop.
Dang, CoLab's got it like that.
Yeah.
No,
My
we
God,
use
you guys might as well buy it. Oh,
we use Wade's card.
yeah, for Jay. That makes more sense.
Proud sponsors.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, Menards.
Well,
GM.
that's how he got on the podcast. He was like, "You guys, I know it costs money to edit these things." He's like, "I got you guys." He's swipe. He's like, "I'm gone in a week anyway." Swipe it up.
He becomes a samurai, like a sword.
But he's the only guy at the table fighting to pay the bill.
He's like, because I know it's not mine.
Yeah, he's like, "No, boys, this one's mine." He throws it from across the room into the machine. That's amazing,
I'm gonna
dude.
come out of here with a core workout from all this laughing.
So
Wait,
good.
so who was your 5? Let's get
We
back.
got
Yes.
the owners. We got our squad. We got Elijah.
He's
you ever
marketing.
played
He
basketball
just said
Oh,
he's
come
marketing.
on, dude.
Have you ever
Come on.
played
Yes,
basketball
I tried to go. If you didn't do 5 in the morning, 2.5 hours away from my house, you would have known. Yeah, this guy tried to get me to hoop. First off, at 5 a.m., not happening. Secondly, I'm supposed to go 2.5 hours away from my house. So I'm leaving my house at 3 o'clock in the morning to go play basketball? No, probably not.
When he texts me and it's 8:39, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing up? Like
Oh,
everyone's
nice.
shocked
Yeah.
because he's in bed by 7:30.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But then he's also, there's one night out. I seen a text and it was like 2:30 in the morning, and I text back, and then I was like, "Wait, are you waking up right now? He's like, yes. And I was like, I'm just going to bed. I got to go.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
So it's myself, you, we got Angelo, got Armalis. Sean's our fifth. That's our squad. So now how do we match up with your team?
All right, let's see who do you have over there. You have yourself, BJ, Nash, Jeremy,
And Nico.
and Nico.
Yeah,
All right.
we have to sub BJ out
you-
for Josh. You guys haven't met Josh out in Tennessee
there's a
office,
sixth
but we
member
got,
you're
we got a
missing.
solid five.
Who's off the bench?
No, I want to see.
BJ's up. That's
I
all we
wanna
got.
know.
We
No,
only
no,
have
no.
5 guys.
Oh.
So this is half court, right?
We're
Half
playing the
court.
whole time.
Yeah, this is half court,
Oh,
right?
100% half.
Has to be physical and half court. Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
100%.
No, I want to see
We have
BJ
pound-
play. I want to see him
BJ's
throw
the
his-
coach.
I want to see his
BJ's
jumper.
the coach.
I need to see his jumper.
He's the cricket.
But
He's got cricket.
it's almost an unfair advantage because we have pound for pound the heaviest roofing team, in
No,
the
you guys
Midwest.
haven't met Josh.
And like,
Josh is a big boy.
Who's going to guard me?
Josh.
well, you don't
Who's
want
gonna
him,
guard him?
You don't want him to meet
Who
us.
needs to guard him?
You don't want
The sidelines?
Oh my gosh! You don't.
Dalia will sub in. I don't know.
You don't want us to meet.
How
Josh.
hard is it to just stand there? I don't know.
It's true. It is true.
Who's going to keep Nico is little Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, he's a little bunny,
speedster,
little
and can
rabbit.
hit threes. Yo, you're not giving any credit to Jeremy. Jeremy's 6'2",
Angelo.
225. Who's got Jeremy?
Sean.
Since
Sean's-
Jeremy's so
Have you
quiet,
seen
he's like, he's not
5'11"?
He's like
playing.
3% body fat.
It's even worse.
He's fast.
He's fast.
Okay, Sean and Nico can
All
match
right,
up.
there you go.
One's got
I
high
think
balls.
you're underestimating our Mouse's 4 scoops of pre-workout before he enters this court. 'Cause he's
never-
definitely doing it.
She never works out, just takes to work out, the pre-workout.
When we were in Orlando, I was making coffee, and this is like 8 o'clock in the morning, like 7:30 in the morning. I'm making a cup of coffee, and eyes barely open. Everybody's getting up, getting ready to go to RoofCon. And our Malice comes in there, and I'm like, "You in the coffee?" He's like, No. He's like, "I'm okay." He goes, he scoops a massive scoop of pre-workout, and then like a half scoop after that with some water, shakes it up, and just drinks it. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like,
Gotta
you're
get a call.
50
Gotta get a
years
Zoom
old.
call.
He's like,
And you're just
shaking, sweating for no
It's
reason.
insane. I'm like, my God, dude, it's so bad for you too. You're supposed to lift on it. You're supposed to do shit on it. Like you don't just take pre-workout to
He's like,
be
then why
awake.
do people do cocaine and not work out?
Yeah, it's insane, dude. But yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
crazy.
I think we got you guys though, honestly.
Oh,
'cause
well, let's
look
get
at
it done.
do you remember when you and we played against Nico, the rabbit? He's
Yep.
26 years old. He can run around, and then Jake, the Division II quarterback, his sales rep. What do we do to them?
Well, I was on the team.
Yeah,
Jim.
you were on my team. We smashed them. There was nothing they can do, and I'm 51 now. How old are you?
How do I look?
You're 38.
A lady never
Late
reveals
30s.
her age.
But Nico's 25. Jake is also what, 25? I mean, we schooled them. We just killed them.
At our Christmas, let's do it the day after or the day before the day of the Christmas party.
Yeah,
Let's do it next week. Everybody will be in town. Do we need to come here?
we got to find a place. Well, we got to bring Nico in. So
Nico's coming for the party.
Oh,
You guys haven't been build a school roof that maybe we can take over their gym or some sort.
we got to find a gym or
in
something.
Indiana.
We got to make this happen.
There's things that we're not talking about, No.
Well, you know what? Is there a basketball? We just signed up for the gym. We yet to go
Oh, at Bellworks?
at Bellworks.
No.
Is there a?
No,
That-
I feel like
They
we
have the
to go
Y
to
out here. If you guys are serious about it, the Y is out here. I mean, we could.
I feel like we can make it happen. Where's our mom? Oh, he's
If
at-
I play it's a realistic time, like 7 or 8 in the morning out here, I would do that. 7 in the morning, I'd do that.
maybe next Tuesday.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. I'm older and fatter now.
All
I just
our
got to
guys
take
will
some
be in
oxygen.
town. That'll be the one time that we can do it.
Shoot me an email with these details.
We'll have Revens there to film it.
Yeah, but everybody just tears their ACL. 6-4. The game didn't even finish. Nico's the only one bouncing the ball around now. Yeah.
Well, there is a funny story. He had.
don't do
Come on,
that to
talk
me.
about your injury.
Don't
You
do
thought?
Oh, I heard about it.
I didn't hear about it.
I heard about it.
Yeah, it's a really cool story. He was. It's interesting.
Tell
us the lie.
Not a spring chicken anymore. Let's just say that. Wade and I were having a little fun out in a country music festival out in Kentucky. I was in my feelings. Thought I could race a 20-year-old bouncer for $50 outside of the bars. Made it about 10 yards. Tore a quad. Pulled a hammy. On camera in front of hundreds of people.
Oh, that's amazing.
And $50 down.
And then still had to go to the festival. I had a little electronic scooter that I was riding around for 3 days throughout the festival.
Oh my!
That mustache would have been really fitting with your scooter.
Yeah, and it would have given you a reason to have a cane when you're off the scooter. And dude, that mustache, those glasses, the head, the cane, one trench coat away from being a badass.
I thought I was channeling my inner Stanley Tucci for you.
Oh, dude. You do. I mean, yeah, do you accept that now? Like, do you finally accept that?
There's a little bit. I'd prefer to go more of the common route, but Stanley's pretty good.
I liked it. The first time I saw it, is instantly popped up. You guys remember Beethoven?
He's been in a lot more movies than Beethoven.
No, that's one we're going to though.
I was like, the musician? No, I don't know what he looked like.
No, that guy had luscious locks. That's not us, dude. No, those days are done. They were probably done for us in the 20s.
No, but you did mention that, and I forgot who he was referencing. I don't know who that is.
What was the show? Something that you would know, like The Devil Wears Prada. No,
probably
not
not.
a chick flick.
But I did tell you who you remind me of.
Yeah, Common.
But that's what you said.
That mustache got him feeling himself right now. That's what it is. That mustache is putting like
15 million. Surprised you didn't do this.
See, in my mind, I was going to throw a jab at some point in this, and then I was going to have Rebens do the whole da 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 da, and then I was going to do the whole cigar thing. But then I just knew that Elijah would like end up putting a dick in it or something. So I was like,
God.
no way am I doing that.
We're not at that level yet.
Not that?
No, I wouldn't do that.
You're not trolling
In
that far out?
preparation, I've had these conversations 20 times prior to this event, and I was like, no, can't give him any ammo.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Not publicly.
Yeah, no.
Maybe on social media because we know you don't have it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's the worst with communication. Period. Like, especially when you actually like need him. If I used to call him and just the vent, and he would always answer. But then if I like actually had a problem, nowhere.
I'm sorry, that's just you. I always call him and he picks up. But
Must be a me thing.
no, it's probably just different times. I mean, unless it was like yesterday, right before this podcast. Since everyone left, now we have more time to actually listen to our friends. Like even my kids, sometimes I'm like, oh man, this what it feels like. He reminds me all the time. He's like, how does it feel to like be so involved? I was like, great.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing now. The
It is,
freedom,
yeah.
the flexibility, it's 10 o'clock on a Thursday and we get to have fun and do this. Like,
Yep.
being an owner's fun.
So I take like 3 or 4 vacations a year now.
Yep.
I just got back from the Dells, took Aria there
Times two.
with Amanda for Thanksgiving. It was awesome. And then we went to California in March, went to Orlando in October, and then I might go to California in December. Like it's just, it's wonderful. Spend time with the family, do things that are
Focus on the important things.
actually, I was about to say do things that are actually important, create memories. And then, we focus on business a little too much sometimes, but it's our baby.
That's what you got me for.
Yeah.
That's why they pay you the big bucks, right?
So
Well,
I got that new Shorewood house.
he needs it now. I was about to say,
I need it
you wanna make a purchase, this late in the game, then you're going to need to step up and
I told my wife, like, oh, hey, let's go out to eat and celebrate. He goes, fuck no, you're broke. What the fuck you doing?
It's like, no, honey, we are broke. They become, singulars real
Also,
quick.
you got to change your style now, dude. If you're going to be in a house like that, you got to.
Yeah, that
we need to have
wardrobe.
you in like one of those white wide hats with like a cigar and then a pink Hawaiian shirt with like some brown dress
3
shoes. Like,
buttons missing at least.
oh yeah.
At
Let
least.
that chest hair flow.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Little
Yeah, I was
gold
just gonna
cross
say-
in there.
Oh man,
Oh,
what
dude.
nationality are you?
Honestly,
What's
if you
your-
were in that with his mustache and you in that, I don't know if I'd be, dude.
You're stereotyping now.
This podcast. Why? He's not Cuban.
Why didn't you just say like
Indiana,
a
not
jump
Miami.
a tracksuit? He said no.
It's about
you
how
said-
you feel, though. You know,
right.
it's about,
I only got to lose
clearly he
150, 200
feels
pounds for
Miami.
that.
No, you don't. No, when you're dressed like that, the bigger you are, the more boss status I
then I
think
got to
you
have a
obtain.
gold chain.
Gold chain, nice
Oh
watch
yeah.
going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
And it
doesn't-
doesn't matter how big you get at that point.
Don't
'cause,
get any
like,
more ideas for new videos for me.
Did you guys see that one where he's trying to talk slang?
Oh, I love that
Him
one.
and
That
Carrie.
was my
Oh
favorite.
my God,
Oh,
you
it's
guys
so
are
good.
killing me.
I didn't see that.
Did you
one.
even see it?
I've not seen a single fucking
Okay,
video.
I was going to be shocked because, when I call him and every now and then we're talking about work and then we like throw in a joke here. I was like, oh, like from, and I make a reference, never knows what I'm talking about. He does not watch TV.
Oh, he doesn't watch
does not-
movies or anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Okay, well then
But
I
he
guess
plays video games.
I don't.
you play video games.
Yes, he
No.
does.
Oh, I was gonna.
Don't let him lie to you. Do not let him lie to you.
Don't.
Yes,
I
you
was
do.
willing to, because there was a team involvement. That's what you guys would do, and I wanted to be a part of the team. So I was like, "Oh, let me play some Call of Duty, so I can seem cool too." Did I ever play Call of Duty?
No, you
No,
played
yeah.
no, but now you're lying again. But what did you play? You were at home for a little while, and you
No,
were
this
doing
is true.
nothing, and
This is true.
you were driving around a new truck, and you were playing what?
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Right.
Yes, you were. So
That
he
was
does
a
play
good
video
one.
games. That's a strategic game too that requires a lot of hours. and he was playing it.
You got 5-year-olds playing
Wait,
that game.
in the truck?
I
In the truck.
mean,
Uh,
now with
on
the
his
money
phone?
that Core's making, I'm sure
Doesn't
there's
count.
PlayStations in trucks. But no, he had it at his house and on his white carpet.
I just
By the
35-year-old
fireplace.
turtle. Drinking his red wine.
tea.
Yeah, he's also not a big
Tea.
drinker. I'm like, how are we going to have fun today? Right. But he doesn't.
He
need-
shouldn't be a big drinker. He just told you he tried to race a bouncer and tore his ACL. He shouldn't be drinking at all. Like, at all.
But he is fun, sober, and
That's right.
doesn't know any movie references.
Yep.
But he loves to talk shit about everybody. So
Yes.
this is-
Yes. Yeah, so he's
So
a good
that's
guy to
what
have
we do.
around. You gotta have some of those guys. They're about energy. You know, that's your purpose. Energy and make us laugh.
That's right.
we're filming these short videos,
Oh,
and
rough. Rough.
they were a little rough. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, he's like, I want to be the dick in the situation. Like, what is this video going to show me? He's like, or am I going to learn from this video? He's like, duh. I'm like, you gotta give me more than that. He's like, or I hope so.
Should. Should. Look at the camera guy ass. He
That's
goes,
amazing.
Dante, is taking these trainings gonna make me a better sales rep? Should.
We hope. Yeah.
And I think we actually put it on our website too.
Should.
I was like, I like that. I was like, let's run with it.
Doesn't. Something's wrong.
So, that's what it is. That's what. If it doesn't, then something's wrong on that end. On my end, like it should. Like it should work. That's what they were like with the Cat in the Hat skit. They're like, well, what does the Cat in the Hat have to do with the roof? And I'm like,
Nothing.
I don't know.
Is that
Like,
the
well-
book that Wade suggested?
Oh my
sorry.
god. Wade is gonna hear this and just never want to come back on here again.
You're gonna get the
Or
call.
vice versa.
Yeah,
He's gonna want to come back. He's like, hey, why don't you let me get back on here again? Let's
Let
talk
me
about
redeem
CoLab.
myself. He
Yeah.
actually texted me right before we went on. He's like, do not let Elijah trick you into talking about. And I was like, LOL.
Oh, you actually went there.
Yeah. I would. I told him he was so nervous about it. I told him, like, dude,
Can we edit that part?
you can mention their name. I told him I'm not even going to entertain that. Like straight up, I won't be the guy to pull that trigger. And honestly, I'd probably like avoid those conversations for a little bit of time. Like we know, we could talk about stories that really happen and take place with that, but like all the other things that we all know what we're talking about, like I wouldn't be the guy to bring that up. It wouldn't serve any purpose for any of us to do that.
I had fun with the people I work with that day in and day out. So
So how's that closing for your house looking?
I gotta wait till February. They need a little bit of time. So it gives me time to sell my house. So my house is gonna fly fast.
Oh, everything in that area is selling.
Yeah, everything's
Like
gonna fly.
hotcakes. You like how we just like
Yeah,
we stole that. They don't want to talk about houses.
Yeah.
So
Now we could go back and talk about LeBron.
Well, we're almost at the hour mark as much as I want to, but and as much as I don't want to either, because let's just be honest with you, it's a wasted energy.
Agreed.
With the guy next to me right now because
Yeah.
he just
Yeah.
it's somebody who just doesn't understand.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well,
It's a
all I
waste.
know is a breeze comes by and LeBron's already injured. So whatever.
well, I hope you guys have us on here again soon, but this time you have like donuts or some sort of.
I was texting.
Hospitality has been great.
Where's
So
Angelo?
funny.
I told
just-
him.
you guys-
Do I give my
Just so you
voices
guys
to
know, I
you,
brought my own
or-
green juice. It was not,
We've heard this. We've heard this before too. But the thing is, like, I don't know. First off,
Menards doesn't
You need
first
an
off,
assistant.
hang on.
You need an assistant.
Let me
Yeah.
start. We'll start. Well, I do need an assistant, dude. That's my dream is to have like somebody that's like a fact checker on the side. So I could go. It's like, hey, look this up real quick, and then we just keep going. But my thing is first off, I would never offer you guys anything anyway, because Dante opened the
That's real
podcast
fucked up.
I know, but Dante opened the podcast by kicking his feet up on the table. Tell me how much money
I
they
was
made.
like, holy
So, like, if anything, Dante should have brought some shit for us to enjoy. Some coloring
ate it
books,
all by
something that like we could do.
Some coloring book.
Yeah, some coloring books for us. Like, I had to get the joke out before he did.
Is it the is it
What
because of your-
I would bring might be too advanced for you guys. So like we already knew that was coming, so I got ahead of it. But no, like we probably should have coffee or something. But I don't want to offer somebody a K-cup. It's disrespectful.
Or maybe like even fake mugs
Water.
that say Roof Trollz, so we can pretend like all the other talk shows that there's like something that we're sipping on. And
It's an
there's
idea.
not-
Well, we just came up with the art, dude. When this got created, I did not know we were going to do all of this. Like, I was just like, hey, let's do this, and then we'll run with it. And Revens and them at Spark Raw and Will, like they're just amazing, and we've been able to put together like this awesome idea. So like now, yes, I agree. The next time you guys do this, we'll have Roof Troll mugs, or like Roman's mugs. Assuming you guys do this again, we'll have that.
We're gonna toss this one and we're gonna come back.
Redo.
Oh, I'm getting
We
you
want
and
the
Wade.
earmuffs.
You and Wade are, you guys and Wade are coming on here together. Like I'm gonna throw it all out there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it all out there. So that way we can just
Well,
let's hear about it.
we need security that day because they might go at it.
What about BJ? I mean, BJ won't come on? Or?
He does. He wants to. That's what I was saying
Come
earlier.
on,
He,
yeah.
I saw him at the Bears game, and he said he wanted to be on
Yeah,
here. So
we'll
like
get our
BJ's
Mollis.
another one.
Yeah.
You asked what the hit list was real quick before we get done with this, but I had a few names on there. The list is kind of growing a little bit, but Tony and Ty, Deshaun, Becca Switzer, John Scenic, and then after that, I have Jesse coming from ABC. I want to get Ricky from Beacon. Might want to get Larry from Beacon or somebody.
I want to be here when those guys come in.
Yeah.
Get
Well, I
Tony
don't.
out
So
here.
not all of them
actually
are.
get all the Beacon guys, maybe some GAF. I've been trying to get some things paid for, so maybe that'd be a good thing.
But
nice little plug.
the downfall for us is that a lot of people aren't available as far as like the top of the hit list goes. Like if I was to go reach out and be like, hey man, I really would like to have you on here. Like Becca Switzer for one, she's not gonna be able to come here. Like I would be doing it remote while she's in Colorado. So like it would just be like a Zoom one.
You
And
can
I'm trying
fly
to
her out here.
I don't want to do too many of those. Like I could. That's why I want the sponsor.
Angelo capped the
I
credit
need a
card.
sponsor for that reason. So then I can fly people out here, and I can justify that more to these
Got
guys.
it.
Like I don't want to use Roman's roofing money to fund the entire podcast if I don't have to. Like it's just not.
I'm glad you said that because I was you're going to fly someone out, and I didn't even get a car.
Didn't even get a coffee
shuttle,
or anything. Yeah. Nothing.
donut.
And you guys have a Cybertruck, so you probably never will. But
yeah.
hey, why don't you guys just fly here?
You say you guys. This is all core. This has nothing to do with
That's what I'm saying.
CoLab.
Core is. I don't know if GAF's printing money anymore. Maybe it's Core printing money. You
Yeah,
guys
no,
are out
that's why I
there.
took a job there. I was like, they're doing something right.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything right. I just want to get paid by them.
Oh, dude, yeah, on the coattail.
Yeah.
So you saw me
Patel
chipping
power,
at it.
baby, Patel
like,
power.
everybody's teaming in. Like, well, marketing.
I'll tell you what,
Let your
they
boy
always
in, let
have
your boy
donuts
in.
and coffee.
That's right.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we don't do any of that. Nope. You fend for yourself here.
Yeah.
Yep. But we got to put this to an end, guys. It's been awesome having you guys on here. It was nothing what I expected it to be. A lot of fun. And now we have to get Wade back here again. So
Yeah.
that's going. Reven, I'm just letting you know now. Get the 4-hour rollout for that, and then we'll probably need another one after Wade gets done talking. So
Yeah. We probably won't even be in it. We're just.
he's gonna listen to this and be like, "Dude, what in the fuck?" Like,
Oh,
I
100%.
had no idea what to expect, but I was excited to come. I don't know why I was excited besides seeing you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I did expect to see Mike, but
he's in
Florida.
Best of
Yeah,
success.
I was real quick too. I was nervous too because somebody was like, "Oh, Dante's going to Best of Success." I'm like, he literally told me he's coming on here. That's why I
No, I
texted him.
wouldn't
I'm
do
like, "Are
that
you for
to
sure
you."
coming?"
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's awesome. But yeah, no, I'm excited too every time we do it because that's what everybody says. Like they don't know what to expect, and then they get on there and they're like, "Oh, it's way better than what we thought it was going to be." Like that's the goal. That's the goal. Have a
I
little
mean,
bit
it
of fun
doesn't get
with
any
it.
better than that mustache.
Dude.
Actually, his wife
The
told
only-
him it's when she gets home, she doesn't want to see that.
That's what I was going to say. I know the wife hates it, but you know who's got the better one though is David. You will never ever have a
Serrato?
stash like that. Oh,
so
dude.
Yeah, he's got the Tom Selleck.
Yeah, that's
Listen.
that thing is a monster. That's
When
what
he-
sells for him.
Oh, I believe it.
No, his mustache literally grabs the pen and signs. Like David just David just walks around. That mustache does everything.
Yeah, because you're in Indiana. But
That's true. That's true.
he was walking across the street, and I was like, you know who you remind me of? And who did you say? You said somebody else, and I was like, no, that ain't it.
Oh, I said Rocket.
And then I was like, no, that ain't it. I was like, he works at Romans. He's like, David. I was like, that's the one.
Yeah, David's mustache is awesome. He pulls it off so well.
You guys should do an episode with David, and it only shows from here up.
The whole time it's just zoomed into his mustache while he's talking, and it never goes like you never see him. That would be awesome.
He's shirtless. He's he's in his natural environment, but you keep the camera from here up.
When we're done with this, walk into my office and check out the check out the billboard there. I have him in a Roman's
like,
car, shirtless with the window rolled down, and he's like giving a peace sign. Dude, it's so funny. Yeah, it's in there. So I forgot who printed it out. I think Kevin did, but I was like, oh, I'll take that. Like they were going to throw it away. I'm like, no, you don't. No, I didn't frame it. I put it in there.
Say you got time for frames.
But I wanted you to see the my daughter gave me a coloring book with Harry Potter and Dobby, the character for there. He has like his little rag shirt on, and I colored it, and I put Angelo from Roman's Roofing on the shirt, and like I colored it brown and stuff. It looks just like Angelo. Like that's the reason I wanted you to go in there. No, it's not horrible.
That's why you wanted a coloring book.
You gotta find some shit in there. It looks like somebody. But all right, guys, we gotta wrap this up, man. Honestly, I had a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep.
All right, thank you.